if you believe that John Mateer not playing quarterback in 2025, whether it be due to unfounded, ridiculous gambling allegations or injury, is going to tank the Oklahoma Sooners season, you might want to think again. And I'm not even the only one that thinks so. Let's talk about it. Good morning, and welcome back to Rise and Shine College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, and if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. That's a pretty good one, goated. If he was licking his nuts, man, it takes all fucking day. So yeah, I get it. But he does that all day too. Coach Top, what up, dog? Good to see you, man. Sooners for life, Bob. Who else we got in here? Goated, of course. Yep. Brian Sandlin was in here earlier. Tell me how he was wrong again. What's up there, Coach Top? Are you as pissy as you were the other day? Tommy Tough Knuckles, what's up, my guy? Are you as pissed as you have been about recruiting since we got Cruel? Come on. Wipe your feet. Hit the likes. There you go. Good. Welcome in, gentlemen. The timing of this Venmo scandal is suspicious AF. Not a peep for 3 years, but then right before the season starts, here comes. Oh, come on, man. You know damn well they're searching and searching. Yeah, I said it last night. They're definitely afraid. They're definitely afraid of what this guy might be going to do when he gets in to the game for the I mean, look, Texas, the last 2 wins have come against, at times the offense wasn't good, the quarterback wasn't playing very good. I mean, the game plan was bad, whatever. I mean, I don't think it was a Michael Hawkins problem last year. I think it was a game plan, and I mean, shit, if that's what you come up with 2 weeks' time, he should have been gone then. But anyway, it is what it is. What up? You're terrified. I know you are. That's why everybody keeps commenting on it. I knew to lean into this. I just knew to lean into it, folks. Sooner in Texas. What's up, my guy? He can't? Bro, every dog can reach its sack. Come on, bro. True Okie. What's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome into the show. Listen, as I said in the opening, Gabe, Ikard, and Teddy Lehman verified kind of what I've been saying since the end of last season on this morning's Oklahoma breakdown. Michael Hawkins could take the reign of this Sooner offense in 2025, if necessary, of course. And it's quite possible that OU would not skip a beat. I know not everybody believes that. Not everybody wants to hear that shit. And I'm not telling you that I think that Michael needs to be the starter over John Mateer. If John Mateer is healthy, if John Mateer isn't being kicked out because of gambling bullshit allegations, he needs to be the quarterback. And I think that what he has brought to this football team, coming in here with Ben Arbuckle, helping teach his scheme and all the little intricacies that he's learned about it in the last 2 years plus, I think he's exactly what they needed. On top of that, he brings a level of swagger that I think sorely needed to be injected into the program. Okay? But, I mean, it's pretty clear to me it's just pretty clear to me that Michael Hawkins looks very good. He's been being developed by a coaching staff that knows what the hell they're doing. And he's able to pick up the, checks at the line, certain things they need to do with protections, stuff like that. This is stuff they were talking about this morning, and so listen, it is what it is. I still feel like I would guarantee you that I feel really good about going into this season if they had Michael Hawkins was the guy going to be starting. I would feel good about it. I told you that last year. I think that the way he looked in the bowl game, I know they ended up losing the game. It had nothing to do with the way he played. Nothing to do with the way he played. You know that. I know that. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, listen, that's what I just said, Cherokee. That's what I just said. I'm not saying that he's got to be the starter. I'm telling you, and I do believe that John Mateer being the starter is a good thing for Oklahoma. I do. All I'm saying is that, look, it's been whispers a lot of the time because I think nobody wants to. There's a large segment of, just look at that. I mean, I start bringing it up, and this is the first thing that I hear. No, we can't have that. You know, of course is it over? I would hope so. I think that they would have already been on it. I told you all this last time. I'm not going to get too far into the whole gambling bullshit stuff because I think it's just that bullshit. I don't think that I think that if there had been an actual gambling thing that happened or whatever, here's what I really think. I think that a lot of this stuff had already come out about Iowa and Iowa State, and it had been going around, and it was something they were all joking about. Or maybe they had just got done hearing a lecture from the NCAA about it. Who's to say? The compliance people were in there talking to them about it. They turned it into a big joke because they didn't give a shit about being in the meeting or something. Who knows? Whatever it was obviously a joke. I said this the other day, or the other night, whenever the professor was giving me shit about it on text messages, and I said, hey, he also made some comments about some of the payments being for, sexual favors from other guys or whatever like that. Nobody's calling him gay right now. They're not sure and possible that he's just gay just because of all the stuff that was on there. There's all kinds of crap that was on that damn thing. All kinds of shit. It is what it is. So what'd you say, sweetness? Push mow in my yard. Any volunteers my assets are dragging. Okay. I like it. What's up there, Neelio, Donald Pulov, Boomer, Halen, my gun, sweetness. That's good stuff. But please do. What do you think about it there, Mr. Neelio? Please do tell us. What do you call cow and no legs? Ground beef. I like it. Very good rhyming lemon. Welcome to the show, sir. I mean, I don't disagree with this. We talked about it a little bit last night, and I'll just say it again. I believe that Michael Hawkins could get it done. I don't have a problem with it. That's why I'm not all that concerned about the way that Mateer plays, too. I love it that he's able to get out of the pocket and make – I really like the way that Mateer throws off platform. He's not afraid to get rid of it from different angles. He's always looking down the field. I don't think he's just running just for the sake of running. And it gives you a threat, double threat for him. As long as you're trying to get the ball down the field as much with all these receivers that you got, I think it's great. But when you're going up against the defense he's been going up against, since the spring, you got to be able to get all that done. Everything that I keep hearing, and it's been kind of whispering, like I was saying before, because I don't think anybody really wants to talk about it, just because of the fact that you still have that PTSD. But if you remember what he looked like, what Michael Hawkins looked like against Tennessee, it was night and day different from Jackson Arnold. Not afraid of anything, putting his body on the line, layering balls over the top of one defender and in front of another one. I mean, these are high-level throws that he's making. And from what Gabe and Teddy were talking about this morning, a lot of what they liked was the fact that, hey, you end up seeing that he's filling out, he's looking great, and he's, again, making the correct calls and stuff like that at the line, and what he's seeing from the defense and stuff like that. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. What'd you say, Neilio? Did I? Oh, I like it. Dude, come on, guys. What are y'all doing? Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. I think you're absolutely right. Play how he wants, no reservations, not a DG situation. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think you're absolutely right, Lehman. Mhm. And again, yeah. Oh, yeah, come on, man. You already know. I'm not even tripping off of what anybody says. And look, of course I was gonna lean into the shit. It's freaking Texas fans that are pushing all this horse shit. Not you or I mean, I know that most people don't believe any of this stuff, but you know how it gets on Twitter too, though. It's just out of hand and outlandish. I thought it was hilarious. Layering of them, layering it in there. You just gotta lay it in there. Yeah. I I agree 100%, Snake. I think that he's gonna do his thing whenever he's called upon, and whenever that may be. And I know you guys have probably heard me say this before, but I think that at some point this year, I think if they're gonna get where they want to go, I mean, and obviously you want to go all the way and try to win the whole thing, but I think if they're gonna get to the playoff, if they're gonna really have a chance to go and win a national championship, Michael Hawkins is gonna have something to do with that. Whether it be for a quarter, a play, or whatever the hell, you're gonna need him at some point. And I think that he's clearly capable of handling the situation. Let's see. Yeah. And whether it's listen, I mean, I'm just saying, and I think that that's the best case scenario, right? That's the best case scenario for if you can get in there. And I think that really Hawkins is hoping that the Hawkins camp, if you want to call it that, they're hoping for him to get his red shirt back. You know what I mean? I think that they are looking for him to be a red shirt again. But the thing is you have to know this that I mean, come on, guys. When does anything ever work out perfectly the way you want it to? Particularly if you want, if you're expecting it to go really well. It's just come on, man. Nothing ever works out. Nothing ever goes smoothly, and especially at Oklahoma, nothing's been smooth lately. So you have to expect, and you need to. This is why all that depth on the defense is so important. Another thing I heard Gabe and Teddy talking about on the OK breakdown. By the way, those guys are still, awesome. Love watching them play or watching them their show and talking about this stuff. When Texas loses a recruit to Oklahoma, then they get on their message boards and call him trash. Yeah, Texas isn't the only ones that do that. Not exactly. They're not the only one that does that. OU's geared up to kick ass. I think they are too. I think that there's a lot of good things happening, and then the more I listen to you listen to Teddy talking about the defense, I mean, it just bolsters what I'm saying even more. This defense is legit. There's You're going 3 deep at almost every position, and you're not seeing any drop off. It's just they know what they're doing. They've got it figured out. I mean, damn. I mean, you've heard more about Cortland Guillory as a true freshman cornerback just being unbelievable than I can ever. I mean, shit. I don't remember the last time we had 2 quarterbacks I trusted at all, even 2, much less, 2 on each side or whatever, It's just wild. What title is on Neilio's? Ryman owns that title. He's legit. Whoa, what are we talking about? What title? Funny reply title? I don't know. Ryman's kind of corny sometimes, you know what I mean? But so is Neilio. I guess maybe so. Maybe you could be right. They're both clowns. I'm feeling 8-4 to 10-2, 12-0 if we were still in the little 12. Yeah, I think that they'd run the table in the little 12. I think 8-4, again, I still think that that's a disappointment. I do. I think it's a disappointing season. because they probably lost some games that they shouldn't have, which means that they have underachieved a little bit, you know? I think they've underachieved a little bit at that point. I know that when you look at last season and you think about 8 wins in comparison, yes, it's an improvement, but is it the standard? No, it's not the standard. But it is what it is, you know. Let's see. I'm trying to do something here real quick. I meant to do this a second ago and I forgot. Oh, wait, it's already there. Maybe. Hmm. Oh, you rat sucker. Come on. Where the hell is that thing? Oh, crap. Hold on real quick. I just wanted to do something real quick. This ain't it, dummy. What did I do? Oh, here it is. Thought I'd done that already. All right, let's see. 8-4 with the schedule, and SEC would be like an old 10-2, little 12. Not the greatest, but okay. Listen, I don't even disagree with you necessarily. I mean, I still feel like I think we would all kind of go away, especially. I don't know, and I guess we need to see what they look like once they get into the season. You know, I think that week 2 would certainly provide Oklahoma fans with a lot of you'd feel a lot better if they went in there and they won that game against Michigan handily, or controlled the game. At least you saw some really good things out of the offense. I think if you see really good things out of the offense and the defense is anywhere near as good as what you keep hearing out of these practices, then you're probably feeling really good about it, right? Or at least I would be. And I get it. I think. I mean, I'm not going making crazy predictions like 10-2. I think 9 wins is a fair expectation. You know, I think it is a fair expectation. So hopefully they get to that point. You know, we'll kind of see how it works itself out. But 1 second here. All right, that should be in there now. But anyway, I think that's fair what you're saying. I asked about Lagway versus Mateer yesterday because I've never seen Mateer play it down other than the highlights. I have to see it first as well. Yeah, and I get it. Listen, I get it. And what he did do, even in leading the country in touchdowns last year and all that kind of stuff, overall, um, I mean, the truth is, yes, it came at a lower level than what it is in the SEC. Um, but I would also argue that he did that with lesser offensive linemen than what he's got now. Damn sure fewer weapons that he had at his disposal at that point as well. That's my thing about it. It's like, come on, man, these guys are. It's legit. Real quick. All right. Anyway, though, as far as kind of going back to, I think we all dismissed the Big 12, but that was the conference for offensive wizards. To me, it was actually harder knowing you had to get up for quarterbacks who were throwing everything at you. I think that there was a time that it was like that. You hadn't seen it quite as much over the last couple of years, really. You've not to say you haven't had some good quarterbacks, and I think that they're fantastic. I mean, I was kind of thinking about Rocco Beck the other day, and I think that dude is unbelievably good, right? I think that Avery Johnson's really good. Chances are, you've got what's that kid? Oh, the kid at CU that's coming in, Julian Yeah, Juju Smith. I mean, or Juju, is it Julian Lewis? Julian Lewis. Anyway, I mean, yeah. Oh, Gummy just kicked in. I love it. That's some good shit. No, I agree. I just think, in the end, you kind of got to look at it as uh, the Big 12 definitely was not the same that it was whenever, and I know what you're talking about because when you think about it from the start of the Big 12, it was that high flying league, Heisman quarterbacks from really the entirety of the time that these guys were in it. I mean, OU won a bunch of those, but think about the offenses that you had were ridiculous. And if you're gonna, I mean, if I'm ever gonna say anything good about Oklahoma State, it's gonna be that they put up some offensive fireworks in that league too. Um, but even like guys like Colin Klein, I mean, that was a really good quarterback at K State when he was there. I just think about shit. There were some really good ones. You know what I mean? Texas had its fair share of guys that could get it around, and they were going to put up points. And the Texas Tech offenses and all that stuff that Leach put out there were ridiculous too. So yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. Exactly. And Ryman Lemon, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And so if that's not what you need from Mateer, then if Mateer were to get hurt, then you know do you mean to tell me that Michael can't come in and lead a competent offensive game plan that can pair with this defense and go win big? Because I think he's electric, number one. But just and I just want to I'll throw this out there. This is what Gabe and Teddy had to say this morning on the Oklahoma breakdown. It's just a little bit of it. So make sure you guys get over there and check them out if you haven't seen it yet after you're done here. But here's what they had to say this morning.
Immediately checked and brought the blitz from the other side, but it's okay. It still made me feel good. But it was so I saw
Hawkins do it too.
Hawkins did it multiple times. And by the way, he looks good.
Yeah.
Physically, like he's really filled out physically.
He has. I agree.
And I don't know if it's an interesting conversation. If you're just talking a pure talent perspective between him and Mateer, like there's a conversation to be had.
That's what Arbuckle said when I talked to him back during spring. He said something along the same lines. And I think he looks so much more comfortable at the position than he did a year ago. In the pass game, commanding the offense. And I think that goes back to the system and being able to watch Mateer in front of him and talk with the guy that's already been in it, because he looks good. He looks accurate, throwing the ball well.
There are a lot of moments in that practice where you go, wait, this guy's the backup?
Yeah.
So I'm still very excited about Michael Hawkins' future. I am.
Agree.
Tight end.
So there you have it. I mean, talking about that there's when you start looking at talent, that there's a conversation to be had whether he's more talented or not than Mateer. I said that the other day. I think if you're talking about athleticism and ability, I don't even think it's close. But I think that what Mateer brings is a certain level of moxie and swagger that you probably, I mean, different guys do it different ways. But if you think about the difference between like Baker and I don't like doing the Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray thing, and I don't do it lightly, but just I guess Mateer's more, vocal about things and stuff. And I think we all know that Michael's not that vocal, right? He's not out there doing it that way. I think he could be, but I don't think he's ever going to be. He would never be like Baker Mayfield or Mateer for that matter. I think he's going to do it in his own way, which is what you hear about Kyler and what you've noticed about Kyler. He was always the quiet one, but he had serious talent. And I think that when you started talking about the difference between Baker and Kyler, I think Baker's much more athletic than most people ever gave him credit for, but he's not as athletic as Kyler was. So there's a lot of comparisons that you can make, but it is, interesting to talk about. And the fact that they're both saying the same thing is like, God, he looks good. And it's just, you've heard it multiple times that he's looked really good coming in there and going up against this defense too. And he's picking up everything that they're putting down for him, which is what you're hoping to hear. And I think, yes, best case scenario, you don't have to see a ton of Michael Hawkins this year because he's going to be able to get his red shirt and Mateer plays well and they get to the playoff and whatever. We'll go from there. He runs off to the NFL and, it's a fairy tale, but it's never really a fairy tale in college football or in football at all. Shit happens. You got to expect this guy to come in the situation you're in. If you're going to have to go to a backup, who's got a better situation than Oklahoma? I don't think there is one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, and you know what? It makes it even more. I think, Bob, I understand what you're talking about. I think it makes it even more with the NIL situation. It gets political and it gets about money and this and that. And kind of like in the NFL, I always talk about Landry Jones is that he didn't really get the opportunity, like even that Mason Rudolph got. Because when he came in, you thought that maybe Big Ben was getting towards the end of his career and he got injured a few times, but it never seemed like he stayed out as long as what he was supposed to be out for. And Landry had a huge arm, a huge arm. I know there was times that they lost games and stuff like that, and you never looked at him like probably that you looked at Sam Bradford or whatever. But if you think about it, he's the guy that has all those passing marks, the total yards and all the total passing yards and all that shit way up the list. And I think that had he been in the right situation in Pittsburgh, then it could have went a lot better. Once he got to the point where, even second contract for a backup quarterback is going to be big, right? You see a lot of guys get cut. A lot of guys that didn't ever really get their window, they don't make it in the NFL. And it's not because they weren't able to make it in the NFL. They didn't really get the right opportunity. And it's the way that they pay them as rookies and then the way they pay them in that second contract, that's when you make your money. And they'd rather go and look at a new guy that's on a rookie contract than pay a guy. And now what, $20 million for a backup? Shit, that's a lot of money, man. So it's even, we know what Landry's issue at Pittsburgh was, but you'll let that dog lay. You can talk shit if you want to. Landry kicked y'all's ass, so you can say what you want. But I remember him beating the brakes off of Texas in the damn Cotton Bowl. So that's all I'm going to say. But I think that the real thing, maybe it wasn't a fit for him there too. I just think there's a lot of reasons that quarterbacks don't make it in the NFL and they were good in college. You know what I mean? There's different reasons. All I'm getting at is when you start looking at these things and wondering why is it going to be the way it is with this guy or that guy, you just never know. Sometimes you get your chance, sometimes you don't. Anyway, you're a Steelers fan. Hey, listen, I will tell you this. He had opportunities that he didn't really take great advantage of. But I would say it seemed like every time he got a start I remember the one time Ben was supposed to be out for like 4 weeks. He's back in one. The one that he didn't play, it just happened to be against like Belichick and the freaking Patriots who were feasted on him. You know what I mean? It's a tough situation for Landry. That wouldn't surprise me. That was he a little pissed off about what happened. I wouldn't surprise me at all. That's some funny shit. That's good. I don't know if it's actually $20 million a year. I don't think it's far off of that anymore. But I think even at that time, whenever we're looking at a contract for what is a contract for a backup quarterback at this point, it's got to be somewhere if they go a couple of years or whatever. 100 million. 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 You know, if they got a 2 or 3 year contract, it's probably $40 million anyway. I mean, shit, it's crazy because now starters are getting 40 or 50 million a year. It's fucking nuts, by the way. Fucking nuts. Yeah. I get it, dude. They always lost to Belichick. Yeah, well. And Belichick was that dude that if he got you as a rookie or a first time starter or whatever the hell, he was gonna kick your ass. You weren't beating him. You know what I mean? He did it to everybody. So a lot of guys play better, man. Hey, listen, we, you know, again, I don't do the Baker Mayfield comparisons, but I know that when you piss Baker off, he plays a shit ton better than he does whenever you don't. You know, chip on his shoulder kind of guy, and that's it. I do feel like Mateer has the same type of mentality that we know Baker did. Yeah. The Office fan, I like it. Yeah. Mateer going to put up big numbers now. Listen, I think he is. I think he's going to be great for this team. And again, what I'm talking about is not that I think that they ought to be starting Michael Hawkins instead of John Mateer. That's not what I'm saying at all. Again, I think that he is just what the doctor ordered for the locker room in general. I think we've seen that they all love him. The defensive guys, he talks shit to them all the time. They love him. You know what I mean? But they, you know, to me, it was the fact that he comes in and he's able to, you know, one of the other things that they were saying about him is that he holds guys accountable. That, you know, he's getting after it, talking to guys on the field and like getting in their ass about stuff, about things that Arbuckle should probably be doing it. But him being the quarterback, that's his job. So I love it. But that confidence level that he seems to bring to the table, I think it's something that OU needed to have that injection of. They just did. Because I think that even when they were really good on offense in the second year, you know, top 5 scoring, top 5 yardage wise, all that, there was still that. It didn't feel like they were always fully confident, right? You know, and I think a lot of that came from Levy, by the way. That I think about that Kansas game and they, you know, that they had, when Dylan throws that pick 6 early. But I mean, it's one fucking game, it's one throw. And we'd seen him play very well. You know, he leads that drive against Texas in the Red River, you know, ice water in his veins, no problem. He played great in that entire game. And now you don't trust him now? Because he didn't let him put the ball in the air after that. It was the stupidest shit I'd ever seen. And it just seemed like they, you know, for his limitations and stuff for one thing, but you could have put him in the right positions and let him keep going. And the way that Dylan played well was whenever he felt confident, whenever it seemed like they were confidently giving him the playbook, you know, and I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. It just seemed weird. But I think that when you see these guys come in, they've had success. They believe in each other. They believe in the system. And you've got the kind of talent around. I mean, you look at a guy like him that came from Washington State and they had a good season and everything, but there's no way he had all the toys to play with that he has at Oklahoma. So why would you not be confident? This is awesome. You know what I mean? I can just see it, but I think it's something that the whole team needed because you've kind of having 2 bad years when you're not used to seeing that at all. It can mess with your psyche a little bit. I think this team is coming in very confident, very, very confident. Yeah, I think that that's the only comparison that I really like to make is the competitive nature that is very similar. I mean, you remember hearing the stories about Baker whenever, you know, obviously he had to sit out the year because he transferred from Tech. And then, but he was playing in intramurals and everything, basketball and all that other shit, leading their intramural league in scoring. He played intramural football, but he played receiver because they wouldn't let him play quarterback and shit like that. But he was just dominant, you know, and that's just the way he is. He had that chip on his shoulder at all times. I remember my nephew that went to Texas Tech. This was funny. He went to Tech he met Baker in his freshman year while he was there. And he bumped into one of his friends and Baker turned around and he was like, you know who I am? And he was like talking shit and stuff like that. He was like, that dude was fucking crazy. He didn't give a shit. And it was his freshman year. It was the only time he was there. So it was pretty wild. Yeah. Yeah, listen, I think, man, yeah, because Satana that dude can freaking go, man. I think Bishop Frank was talking about that somebody was was talking to him about playing the video game, and he's a 98 speed guy or whatever. You get the ball in his hands, he's gone. And Deion Burks is fast as shit too. I would even, like I said, Giovanni Gibson, quickness and speed, as tall as he is, man, he's still got it. They got serious weapons, bro. Serious weapons. Bold prediction: Mateer wins the Heisman. Is it bold? I mean, we've seen it here before, and I think that you heard what Bill Bedenbaugh said the other day. I'm sure, and he said, "I know that a lot of people don't want to hear this and stuff, but that Arbuckle reminds him, and you could take this any way you want to, but Arbuckle reminds him of a young Lincoln Riley in the way he calls plays and the way he imagines things and can see things that would work and stuff." And so the good side of that, I've said it plenty of times that I still think that Lincoln Riley is the best play caller, or at least was the best play caller that I can remember for the longest time. I think that things have been different at USC for him a little bit. I also think that Caleb Williams was freelancing a little too much that second year there or whatever, and he's kind of lost control of it a little bit. But I don't know, man. I still remember the things that, yeah, he could dial it up. Now, can he slow it down is the question, because that's the part that we need to see you slow it down a little bit sometimes and be able to move the football, not go 3 and out or touchdown. It's three plays in the touchdown, or even one play in the touchdown. I mean, you got to speed the game up, especially in the SEC. So running the ball is going to be key. It's got to be. It just has to happen, man. What's up there, Bishop? Brady got his opportunities because Belichick coached some of the greatest defenses in NFL history. Brady wasn't the greatest quarterback in his first 2 to 3 seasons. I would argue that he still isn't, but you can say what you want. He's the GOAT because he won all the championships. Okay, fine. Fine. Whatever. Everybody acts like Belichick wouldn't have won those championships only because of Tom Brady. He's the one that got Tom Brady. And number 2, Brady doesn't win all that shit either without Belichick. So, I hate that conversation. I hate that conversation. All right. My Gun Sweetness. What's up, man? Boomer Halen. York. Hopefully he's not the type of person that Riley is. Yeah. Listen, man, all these guys are coaches, college football coaches are a different breed, man. And they all are. I think some are better than others when it comes to, what kind of person they are. But if you don't have some level of, or some ability to be slimy a little bit, you're probably not going to be very good at this, because you got to be able to step on throats and twist, man, and enjoy it. It's kind of is what it is. But not that I'm taking up for Lincoln Riley, because I think he's a prick too. I'm with you on that. Shout out to Mike Boganowski, Big Bogue. I was trying to get him to come in here on the show, but he's I guess he has a migraine headache, so couldn't do it. So yeah. Put some fire in his head. What's up, T Boomer? Ronnie Wheat, Dylan Dean. That's true. Yeah, he was good. He got his. That just tells you that it's not for long in the NFL, for sure. T Bo. Bishop Frank even throwing it out there. Jason Davidson. That was your prediction, wasn't it? Has that Baker Graham for sure. Yeah. Yep. Robinson kid from Arkansas, defensive back. See, I hate this conversation. I don't even. You can say the same thing the other way, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Total prick. Fuck that guy. DB room is crowded. Hey, it's getting crowded, man. It sure is. That's what I keep hearing, man. And it's almost like a new guy every day. They were saying there were 7, 8 guys deep in the 2 spots. So I don't know. It was really mediocre. I feel like if Caleb played his career out at Oklahoma, maybe he makes a national title or playoff that 3rd year. I think they might have made it the 2nd year. I mean, they beat him anyway with Dylan. I think that if he's playing at Oklahoma in that season, I mean, they went 10-2 with Dylan Gabriel. And listen, I'm a fan of Dylan Gabriel. I think that he's what Oklahoma needed at the time, without a doubt. And without him, we saw what happened without him. He wasn't good. Last year it wasn't good without him. You know? Because Jackson wasn't ready. Jackson was not ready. There's no 2 ways around. I think he may have ended up even hurted him. It may have even hurt his career completely to thrust him into that situation. He may just not be the guy for the job either. Because I'm not hearing good things. Nobody's hearing good things out of Auburn. Nobody. It doesn't look good. So to me, kind of is what it is, but we'll see. Amarian Robinson, dude, that guy's a baller too. Man. Yeah. I think Bruno have the trust he needs in Arbuckle, especially with Wilson there helping now. The offense will be night and day from last year. I would agree. I think that, I just think that even without Wilson, I think Wilson is gravy in a way that I think the best thing about Kevin Wilson, couple of things actually. Start off with the tight end room. I think he's helping tremendously right there. Right. The other thing I would tell you is that I think him being able to serve as head coach while Venables is over talking to his defense, getting them coached up for the next time they're on the field, doing what the DC does is big, because those situational times that, as an offensive guy and having been a head coach a couple of times, he's comfortable in that situation. I think Venables is comfortable as long as the defense is on the field calling whatever for the head coaching as a head coach. I think that he's less sure of himself whenever the offense is on the field. Just, I think that's just and this could help a lot. And he trusts and he believes in Kevin Wilson too. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing there. What up, Unc? What up? What were you saying? Dylan is better than Yeah. Coming from Unc, that's funny shit right there. You were messing with me is what you're saying. That's good shit, man. That's hilarious. Gave a share on X because Neilio can't hang. Where's Neilio? Where's he going? Did I miss something? Is he out? That's funny shit. You gonna let him talk to you about you like that, Neilio? I wouldn't. I would not. Yeah, but Dylan's better, Hunk. That's some funny shit. He hated Dylan Gabriel. I'll give you one thing. You were definitely right about his arm. If it was late, it was short. That's all there is to it. Oh, okay. You don't let him talk to you like that, then, Neilio. Don't let it happen. No, if it was late, it was short. And the Unc was the first person that said that shit that I remember. He was like, man, if that ball don't come out on time, it ain't getting there. He hated him. He couldn't stand his ass. All right. One wrong, though. Let's see. Mateer needs to make some. Hey, I've got those screenshots right here. I was thinking about making some Moneyline Mateer with the screenshots. Maybe we could do that. Throw some on there. Throw some out there. What do you call it? What? What do you call a hot dog in good standing in its church? What? I don't understand. Maybe I missed it. I'm kind of airheaded when it comes to jokes and stuff, though. All right. Let's see what else. I thought old Coach Karl was going to come in too, but I guess not. I was thinking I'll go ahead and do a. We can do this as a call-in show. I'm going to drop the link here. If you guys want to call in, I won't put your face on there. We'll just put you in on the. Frank is a Southern word. Oh, I already knew that. Yeah, you're right. See, I told you it was just an airhead stupid thing. A holy wiener. Oh, that's too good. Yeah. Looking to see if Taylor is able to live up to his camp hype. If he does, this defense will be dominant. I think the defense is dominant no matter what. Here we go. I'm going to drop that in there if you guys want to call in, and we'll talk about whatever you want. I want one with a Mateer silhouette holding up money hands, and it says Venmo, but looks like Venom. I'm not sure what that means. Are you artistic that you can like make this happen in a drawing or something like that and send it to me, Goated? Or like, I'm not sure what your says Venmo, but looks like Venom. Holds up money hands. I'm not sure what to. Yeah, draw it for me, bro. Draw it for me and send it to my email. jw@hofmedia.us. I'll definitely do it. Moneyline Mateer, get a Venmo NIL deal. I bet you he can. I would not be surprised if there's already one in the works, to be quite honest with you. I would guess that there's already one in the works. Just get a super. Oh, where I got one in here. I knew that was coming. 1 second. What's up, old big head? Oh, big head.
What's up, Chap?
What's up,
What's
man?
going on?
Nada, man. What you up to? Oh, big
Man,
head in the house.
hey, be nice, be nice. I'm driving around.
Okay, you're saying Venom, the character like Spider-Man goated, but what do you mean by like holding up money? I don't know what you mean. You're gonna have to. Are we sending Jason inappropriate memes to his email? Hey, listen, I mean, it wouldn't be a good email if you weren't.
Tell him to put some fire in that chat. Hey, spice it up, you guys.
Hey, they are. Boomer just said
Let Jason have it. Let Jason have it.
Listen to what I'm telling you. He said, Boomer Halen just said, need one with a picture of Mateer in a Texas strip club throwing money.
Dude, man.
Dyslexia joke. I don't understand. I don't understand that. How that's funny. How is that funny? Visually funny? Come on, guys. I like the other one. Go as commercial as is humanly possible. Yeah. Johnny Football Hands, bro. The money hands where he's doing this and all that.
Oh, that's tight.
I got you. Do they? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? I don't know. Benji. In a Texas strip club, he says. Oh man, you guys are crazy. But okay, I see what you're doing. The money hands like Johnny Football. It says Venmo, but he looks like Venom. Okay, so you wanted a picture of Venom with like his head or something like that? I think I'm getting what you're putting down a little better to be a bit slower. Hey, shut up, Lemon. Fucker, I'll kick your ass right out of here.
Put some fire in the chat. Yes, sir.
That's right out of here. Okay. Tyler, Texas, 30 years ago. Benji ain't lying, Bob says. That's some funny shit. He's still jet lagged from going to Tulsa. I wasn't just in Tulsa, bruh. I was all over the damn South.
Hey, tell him about Florida. In Florida, he almost passed out.
Almost. Damn, it was bad. It was bad. Mateer lost the bet. How you making it rain? No, one of them was he got money from the bet. That was about the Super FIFA win or whatever.
And then he did one for flowers.
Yeah. I've got that screenshot here somewhere.
All right, bro. I got to get going here. Going to this meeting, but I just wanted to send a shout out to the chat. Run the likes up, you guys. Appreciate you. One love.
All right, bro. Later, man. Bishop Frank. Appreciate him coming in. See, Ultra Sports Gambling FIFA World Cup. So that was on the 23rd. It is what it is. Flowers at the bottom there. I mean, you know, I don't know how you decide one thing is guaranteed reality. Like I loved old Uncle Lou going on there and talking his shit yesterday was silly. And then some of the Texas fans were quoting him and the shit that he was saying. Silly stuff. Here says it wasn't paying off bets. He said he was paying back friends. Yeah, there you go. Could have been betting on video games. I could see that for sure. I was thinking that. It could also be nothing and they were just joking about something stupid. You know what I mean? Just had a stupid lecture about gambling on sports as an NCAA player. I could see that. It is what it is. See if we can get 100 likes again. We'd have to get. I don't know that we're going to get as close this morning to the amount of people to get that 100 likes. We do need Jesus. Yeah, everybody does, bro. Everybody does. Yes, sir. Right again. He said Tyler, Texas, 30 years ago. I like it. You dirty old man. Bob. Oh, it's too much. You're talking Taylor Wine when they were talking about living up to the hype. I mean, I think they're all doing that, man. And one of the things that I was listening to, Gabe was talking about, just how really good that Danny Okoye is looking. I mean, Again, I've yet to really hear anything bad about any of these guys on the defense. Pretty wild. I think they're going to be legit. I love it. Okay. Photoshop Mateer's head onto a Johnny's pick and make it a silhouette. But the silhouette of, so it'd be like Venom and Johnny football. Venom doing the Johnny football? Or the Venom head with the Mateer hair. Is that what you're saying? I'm picking up what you're putting down. We got to be careful about putting Venom on there because you get copyrighted for that shit. Can't do that. Got to be probably careful about putting Johnny Football on there too. Shit. State of Texas has come to Oklahoma. Yeah. Okay. Needs the Mateer hair in the silhouette. Okay. Money lines. All right. I think I know what you're talking about. So no Venmo or no Venom, just Venmo instead is what we're saying. I don't know. Draw it up for me, bro. Make this happen, Goated. That's corny as hell, Lemon. Corny as hell. Come on, man. Somebody else call in. Y'all got it in there? Call in. I won't put your face up here. If you got a face for radio, it's okay. It'll be like radio. Casinos. What are we talking about now? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. What the hell are y'all talking about? I still can't believe Unc just said that. Better than Dylan was better than Caleb Williams. Oklahoma and Louisiana. Okay. Yeah. Now this checks out for sure. I live pretty close to, or I grew up pretty close to Ruidoso, New Mexico, and they had casinos and the horse track and all that stuff. And it's like Texas's playground. Texas's playground. But you can gamble in Houston. They've got those underground betting places and stuff like that, those betting parlors that you can go to. I haven't even done that. Come on, Benji. It's right there around the damn corner. How do you not know this? VO5? You're dating yourself there pretty well there, Sooners for Life. Wow. You didn't even go with like hey, dude, you didn't even go with like Fabio stuff. You went way back on the VO5. That's crazy. All right. You guys are fucking killing me here. I don't want to get shot there. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I've been to one that was pretty laid back. But I guess there was probably some people that might shoot your ass. My wife did a painting for Stutzman of him with the cigar and horns down after the Texas game. We got to give it to him one day. That's badass. That's cool. Hell yeah. You're against doing anything illegal? Come on. Oh, come on, man. So your wife did a painting. Do you think she could come up with this figure that Golded's talking about? You hate doing it? You're the one talking about doing it. Fuck you talking about? Come on, Golded, help out. Pitch in. Shit. Yeah, you could. Yeah, Houston was. I think it still kind of is like that. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't been to Houston that much lately. I was there a couple of years back, but it's been. Well, I just went through there, but god damn, it's gotten so big. I mean, it is huge. It takes forever to get through that place. Northeast part of Texas is the best part. Yeah. They definitely have. I mean, they kind of do what they want around there. We lived at that in a big tall skyscraper on Post Oak around the Galleria Mall. Tracy McGrady lived in that building and shit. It was pretty cool. I was staying with my cousin there for a few months one time. We had fun. The people that lived in that building were rich as shit. Not us, the other people though. It was pretty badass hanging out with those dudes, and they did whatever the fuck they wanted. Literally. I'm surprised that they haven't, and it seems like they never probably will for whatever reason, but maybe they will. But it's pretty crazy that, there are a lot of, yeah, definitely that Bible Belt stuff that they take pretty serious in the state of Texas. Pretty wild. Play the lottery, but you can't gamble any other way. I mean, come on. They just want you to give you the money. She does murals, painting, digital art. She's actually drawing one up for Austin Siebert now. Damn. She's talented then. Give her what we're talking about. Let her send it this way. I'll throw it together. Are we still talking about northeast part of Texas? There is fine looking women. Texas does not have a shortage of good looking women for sure. They do not. I am moving to Oklahoma. Yes. Yes, I am. Be there shortly. Got some pretty cool plans, man. If it all works out the way I hope it does. I may do a members only stream and kind of tell you guys about some of that stuff. See Walt. What up, dog? Now you're even calling yourself Chris Walton? What up, man? I am going to be at the Carolina OU game. Correct. Yes, sir. Hey, I just put the link in there if you want to pop in and talk for a second. We'd love to talk to you for a minute about your Clemson Tigers. You'll lose all your damn money if you do that, Benji. Lies, I tell you. No matter what drink Fold may be drinking or what drug you may be. What? Do you ever talk about anybody else but Sharon? Why are you guys such a hard on for him? You're weird, bro. You're a weird cat. You're a weird dude, Castor Troy boy. Shit. That's so weird. You'll be at the game? Really? Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Think Coach Rick's be there too at that game. I'm sure we'll run into Stat Guy. Or maybe we won't because Oklahoma's going to beat the brakes off their ass and he ain't going to want to see us. Especially after the shit he was talking last time he was in here. I forgot your brother's a big South Carolina fan, isn't he? Seawalt? Nice. We're talking. So now we're talking like Texarkana. Cool. Yeah. Does your brother talk as much shit as like the rest of those cock fans talk? Wild shit, man. It was funny with Stat the way he, what up, Coach Karl? Did you see I sent you the link, bro? If you want to pop in, we talk. I got a couple questions for you too. You're moving to okay for that. For what? For what, huh? I don't know what you mean. For what? Oh no. Oh hell no. No, no. No, I mean, I'm sure it's around. I'm sure it's around. Your brother's delusional. so is that guy. So it was funny because when he came in, it's going crazy there, Coach Karl. These dudes are wilding out today. Oh, okay. Okay. Whatever, bro. I don't you're just weird. That's the only thing I ever see you talk about. It's just weird. It's just weird, bro. No, but the chat's going pretty wild. But it's no. See what so Stat comes in here last week and we were talking about how Oklahoma wasn't in the preseason coaches poll or whatever. And he was like, he was trying to act like it mattered to be in the poll or whatever, and said, because if say Oklahoma and South Carolina both finished 9-3, being ranked in the poll early in the year is going to make a difference. Is it when they play each other? No. And then he was trying to be nice, and then before it got over with, he started saying shit like, I guarantee you that South Carolina is going to have a better record than OU at the end of the year. Okay. That's more like it. That's more like you weirdo freaking South Carolina fans. I don't even know. They don't even know what a championship is. What the hell are we talking about? This ain't girls basketball. It's too much. Did an oil and gas play in Northeast Texas, lived at Holiday Inn for a year, and landed in a nest of good-looking women. Okay. When you're working in oil and gas, if you're making some good money, yeah, I could see it. You were listening to a little bit of that? Yeah. What are you doing, Neilio? Bro, what's going on in here? We're not talking about none of that, Castro Troy boy. We're not. And it's not like they blew the world up at Michigan last year either. So come on, man. I think Sellers is legit. Absolutely. I've said that plenty of times. I think the guy's really good. I don't know that he can carry that entire team, and he's going to have to because they don't have that defense anymore. They don't. Even if their backup dudes that were playing backup to those guys last year are pretty decent. Okay, we'll see, but I don't know that I buy it. And they don't have the depth. They certainly don't have the depth that this defense does. So, welcome into the show, Coach Karl. Coach Karl, you turned it off. Are you there? Hello. There he is. What up, Coach Karl?
What's up, Jay?
What you doing, man? How was the casino last night? Did y'all win some money or what?
Man, you know now when you go to places like that, they take money, they don't give you none.
Well, they didn't build those big fancy buildings on winners. I know that. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
They built these big fancy buildings on losers.
That's right. Yeah. I lived in Vegas for 15 years. Like I was saying last night, they didn't build those big ass freaking casinos and on people winning at games of chance. That's for sure. No, we were just talking about South Carolina fans and how cocky they are, pun intended.
Yeah. I was just about to say, man, ain't they chickens in a way?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, chickens. They always got the
All them game
cock-a-doodle-doo
calls I
thing
call
going on with
chickens.
the Willie B and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not buying them, bro. I'm not buying them this year. I know a lot of people are. I'm not. And I like Lenoris as much as the next guy. I think he's really good. I just have a hard time believing that, first of all, that Shane Beamer is going to be that good 2 years in a row. What you doing there, man? You all right?
Man, listen, I like South Carolina a lot, and it scares me a little bit that Bama go to South Carolina, man, because you know it's a small stadium and a small city. So that crowd base around it, so it's gonna be
It is.
exciting. And last time we went, we lost.
Did y'all? When was that?
Man, 2010.
That's the last time you were in South Carolina?
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me. What the hell's going on? The SEC never played each other, man. There's teams that never play each other in the SEC, huh?
Yeah. You know, we played them in South Carolina, then they came to us last year. But we barely play
Yeah.
teams like that. Last time we played them in South Carolina, we lost. You know, that was coming
That
out
was
there.
Spurrier, right? They had Spurrier coaching, weren't they?
Nah, yeah, that was. We came out that championship year in Alshon Jeffries and with the quarterback name. I forgot, but you know they had Marshawn Lattimore running the ball, and they beat us
Marshall
over there.
Lattimore. Yeah.
We
I know.
lost. We lost 3 games that year. We lost to South Carolina first, and then Auburn turned around and beat us at the end of the year. We still were going had an opportunity to make it in the playoffs, and we lost to Auburn. No, we lost to somebody before we lost to Auburn.
Yeah, they never had a 2-loss team in the playoff.
Mm-mm.
Of course, that was. I think it's a lot different these days. You think the days of undefeated SEC teams is over with?
Nah, nah. Excuse me.
Really?
I think man, it's teams. There is some teams out there, Jason, that can go undefeated this year. Georgia definitely next year. Because with Georgia team is stacked for next year. They just gotta get going to start and feet wet, and then if he can handle the pressure, I think Georgia gonna be primed to go undefeated next year. Texas, because they never gonna play a full schedule, that's gonna be tough. They're only gonna have like 2 or 3 teams on their schedule
Shit.
per. So if they
Don't
can.
tell me this. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that shit at all. So you mean to tell me that they always do bullshit scheduling in the SEC? Is that what you're saying?
No, they do bullshit scheduling in Texas.
Oh,
SEC,
for Texas in the SEC.
the
Okay.
SEC
Okay.
just with the bullshit, man, because there's no way Texas don't play all the damn teams that OU had to play. If OU come in last year just like Texas, why they get OU a murder schedule and get a cakewalk?
Bro, I'm telling you, it was. But the thing was, is honestly though, OU had chances to win a bunch more games, and their offense was putrid. I mean, absolutely garbage. But I don't think it's gonna be that way now. I just don't see it being that way anymore.
Yeah, I see OU having a better season, man, better offense, but I'm just trying to figure out how the hell y'all go from offenses that were dropping 50 points a game, your defense stop nobody, to defense that
Well,
it's hard. You can't score no damn points.
well, the quarterback's at Auburn now. You're welcome. So the quarterback being at Auburn is going to help. Although I think they're going to go to Deuce Knight. I don't even think Oklahoma ends up seeing Jackson. I don't. I think they lose that game or come really close to losing that game at Baylor, and he plays bad. And I don't think Hugh can afford to not have a short hook on him. There's no way he can afford it. You lose that game to Baylor, I think it's over. I think he's probably gone by like week 4 because Oklahoma's going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but only one thing Oklahoma don't have is film on Deuce Knight. So I mean, high
That's
school.
fair. I'll give you that. But also, though, a brand new quarterback making what at best his second start or whatever on the road
Again,
at Oklahoma, playing against Venable's defense. I mean, it's not a good recipe for success. That's what the crazy guy in here, old Castor Troy boy, talking about how Michigan's going to come in and stomp us. Come on, bro. A brand new quarterback making his second start as a true freshman in the Palace against Venable's defense. This Venable's defense. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
that
I
defense
think
different.
it's different, man. And they're deep. They're deep everywhere. And the D line, though, is oof. Look, man, I've never felt so good about an Oklahoma defense that I can remember, man, ever. I felt good about players on the defense, and I felt good about it before, but even when like Gerald McCoy and those guys were there, they weren't the same. It wasn't like this.
It ain't. I mean, shit, y'all got the coach, man. That
Yeah.
man, that man won 2 championships at Clemson,
Uh-huh.
and most of the time because you can hardly score on Clemson defense, what got him to the championship game.
Yeah.
Bama scored, that Nick Saban versus damn Venable because I didn't ever count Dabo because shit you had to score on Brett Venable to win the game. Shit, we beat him on the damn kick return.
Yep.
So
I
you
remember
got
that.
like shit. We had what? Shit, we had probably one of the best damn offense in the country at that time. Shit, we had to get a kick return to beat them. Shit, we had to hit the down. We scored a touchdown, and then we had to do onside kick to beat their ass the second time.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah. It's wild, dude. I remember that shit. Well, look at what they did to Ohio State all the time. They made Ohio State their bitch.
yeah,
I mean, Ohio State couldn't touch them. Couldn't touch them.
no, couldn't nobody. Man,
Uh-uh.
couldn't nobody. When Brett Venables was a damn DC over
Hey,
there.
Oklahoma. Hey, the first playoff that OU was in with Baker, they had Clemson in the first round in the semi. It got the shit beat out of them. Just it wasn't even. Oof. And they'd had a great year. Oh, and Baker was lighting it up. I mean, we were in love with Baker. Maybe well, they got erased in that
Yeah,
game. Erased. It was not good.
people in Dabo shit. He's that man. We poor old Clemson. It's just poor old Clemson.
Yeah.
Well,
Dabo's full of shit.
we yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
poor.
And they did, Seawalt here, he's a Clemson guy. And he loves him some BV for the same reason, man. No doubt. No doubt. But
That's
and
what's up.
Venables is in trouble, man. I think that they have to, and he's actually calling the defense now. He's not even. It's not even a joke. He's just like, hey, we got to win. I got to call it because he's in trouble. And with Mateer, and even what I was just talking about earlier was like, even if something were to happen to Mateer, Michael Hawkins is ready and gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. They've got some ballers. So we're just poor old Clemson this year. Yeah, that's what we hear. That's what we hear. Come on now. The greatest team nobody ever saw except every single whole game. Oh, you're talking about during the 70s, back whenever the Selman brothers were around. Okay, so I didn't see that. I was born in 76. So so I got nothing for you on that, Bob. But I feel you. And listen, I'm just saying I can't remember aside from like 85, that defense was unbelievable. That's the Boz and Tony Casillas and all those guys. They were fucking ridiculous. But I think it's a depth thing here more than it's a superstar thing. I think Jaden Jackson is he's an All-American type of guy. I think you've got some guys that are legitimately All-American type players, but it's just the fact that you can run more guys at them. And I think everywhere it feels that way. So it's going to be fun, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, with OU, man, I'm telling you. I'm like you, man. I don't think they have no, star power with big name star power on their defense, but with the collective bargain they have with them, bargain the kids like the collective bargain the kids they got over there. OU may be the best defense in the nation
Yeah.
because they had a whole lot of kids that just bought in what Brett Venables was selling.
Sure.
He didn't have to go out and try to get all the 5 stars he can find. And everybody they be so excited about these 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Man, these 5-star kids half of the time don't even work hard.
Yeah.
They get there when campus, they just think they the man. I'm the only 5-star on campus, so I don't do shit. I just show up, I'm gonna start. But you got a 2-star kid that damn walk don't come in there and bust their ass every day.
They want to eat. They're there to eat. They ain't been eating.
They trying to get.
Hell yeah.
Already got $1 million contract. I'm trying to get me one, so I'm coming in. I'm trying to tear your head off. Those are kids that I like the most, man, because they might have came on campus with $100,000 for 5 years. They came on there with $50,000 for 5 years. But that 5 year they got, they trying to tear your head off to get $100,000. Then when they get the $100,000, trying to tear your head off to get $200,000. And once you get them $200,000, they try to tear your head off to get a first round draft pick in the NFL. Them the ones I like because they have something to prove. Those 5-star kids don't have nothing to prove, man. They just show up and think we gonna show up and show out. So they be like, man, I'm already here. Like Arch Manning walked in as a 5-star, and he couldn't beat out a dang Quinn Ewell, even though Quinn Ewell was a 5-star. But everybody know Quinn Ewell was stinking, and you can't beat this man. Like Quinn Ewell didn't even take showers. He didn't even put on deodorant. He just walked on.
He said you didn't even take showers. He stunk it up that bad, huh? Oh, that's hilarious.
And Arch couldn't beat him out. Like, come on, dude.
Listen, if he couldn't beat him out, and here's the thing, you'll hear what Benji's gonna be like, no, he was just being loyal to Quinn. You know what? That is more of an indictment on Sark, if that's the case. That's an indictment on Sark. You got a chance to win the Natty, you play the best player. Period. End of story. Especially at quarterback. The fuck we talking about?
Hey, this man, you had a chance to go. You had a chance on 4th down. You've been running Arch Manning all year long on 4th down. You didn't even bring Arch Manning in the game, so let you know
he was hurt. They said he was hurt, but I don't know if I believe that or not.
Faith in Arch get a half a damn yard. He ain't hurt at 6'4".
He should have been able to get half a damn yard. Why are they going sideways and backwards?
Yeah,
that don't make sense.
At 6'4", 250, he can't get a half a damn yard. I don't give a damn. He was out there on one leg.
True.
I guarantee you, if that was anybody else, if that were Brent Venables up there in Oklahoma, he had to have a hopping leg at 6'5". All I need you to do is just jump across the damn pile and stretch the ball out for a half a yard.
Yeah.
You don't even trust Archman to do that.
They struggle on the goal line, man. They were struggling in the red zone all year, but they struggle on the goal line too. It's not good.
Yeah, and you got Arch Manning back there, so he that damn good. In red zone, I'm getting the ball to Arch Manning. If I'm inside the 5-yard line, Arch Manning my quarterback. So now we got dual threat. So you got to worry about.
Or let one of your running backs just take the snap on this play or something. You know what I mean? To run the Wildcat. I don't care. You got to do something.
Yeah.
You got a chance to get to the national championship game. I mean, you right there on the goal line to tie that game up and have a chance. I don't know what's going on with them. Hey, one of my guys in here says it all the time. Their best chance to win the Natty was the last 2 seasons, and they blew it both times.
Yeah, running the damn what it was. They run a jet sweep, some type of trickery shit, man. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck is doing?
Well, the one that he got the fumble on, I don't know. He was rolling out to the left side, and dude came up behind him and got him.
But that's right. You rolling out and you're not a runner, bro. Like you gonna roll the pocket and he don't have, and you gonna give him a 2-way go, and he don't run the ball. So,
I don't get it at all. I did not understand the entire sequence, man. And they ran the ball to get down there too. I mean, they run the ball pretty well coming down there on the drive. It was weird.
Hey, so that's what I say, man. Like it is what it is at that point, Jason.
You can ask whatever you want there, Brian. Blind Squirrel Sports. I'll just tell you, like I said, everybody else, man. There's a lot of things that were on his little Venmo sheet, that nobody's talking about that stuff. That was jokes, but the other one's not. Come on, man. You're gonna have to have some proof, is all I know. And they don't. And if we're gonna, I mean, hell, let's say he was doing it. Let's say he was doing it. This is a question I asked last night, but I want to ask you, Coach. If he was doing it, do you have any faith in the NCAA like finishing up the investigation before 2035?
No, they probably finish it up 2036, 2037.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. He'd be retiring from the NFL by the time that shit went down.
Yeah.
It's dumb as shit.
They may start the investigation, don't even try to complete it. Just to start it so everybody will say, okay, they're gonna get him, and then 5-6 years later, like what the hell happened to that John Material shit?
Yep.
Well, nobody. Oh, we still investigating, and they still won't be investigating. NCAA trying to get away from punishment, right? They trying to do like the NFL, come down with some different type of shit and let somebody else handle all the problem for them. So they will say everything is fair and justified. They don't want to be the, you know, they don't want to be the damn prosecutor and the jury.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I know this, but Blind Squirrel says, I bet they, and then he said, oops. That's pretty good, but kind of corny, bro. No, I don't know, man. I think in the end, I don't believe that he did it. I think that he was probably joking. It was right about the time that they were finding out about the Iowa guys betting and all that shit. Or either that, or it could have been something like they had to sit through a damn meeting and they were joking about it. You know what I mean? Maybe they were playing video games and betting on that. Who gives a shit? In any event, I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come up with bet. And they you haven't heard one credible person report that this is a fact. Like, not one. So
I'm looking like this, man. Shit, fuck it. I mean, damn. They betting on shit in the damn way. They gambling inside the damn school. Like you said, they gambling on video game amongst each other. Put a limit.
You give them all a pocket full of money and expect them not to fucking do what everybody else does with it.
Put a limit on what they can do, man. Like you don't want them to gamble, you don't want them to win. I mean, put a limit on what they can win. Shit. I mean, they young men. They out there in Oklahoma. Hell, John Material might ride past the damn casino and be like, "Oh shit, let me go check and see what's in there."
Yeah.
Go money and slide. Here, they gonna.
I hope he don't. I hope he don't. He said he didn't. I mean, he was pretty pointed about I've never gambled on sports, so we'll see. Again, you're not going to prove anything from Venmo because, I mean, you're just not. You're not going to prove anything on Venmo. So good luck with that. The other part of it is, like I said, there's nothing other credible. Now, was it stupid for them to put sports gambling on there? Yes, that was stupid. He's 18 when this happened. I did stupider shit when I was 18. I'm done. It is what it is, but I don't see much in it. I think it's kind of funny. He shouldn't have deleted it. Should have just made a huge joke about it. I think he should definitely keep the screenshots and make a lot of money on it. He should.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny Manziel did it for what? Shit.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. And they know everything that Johnny did, and they didn't do shit to A&M. Yep. We were just talking about making a T-shirt like that.
They would say, well, who I think win between Bama and Georgia?
Yeah.
Of course, Bama. But realistic, man, it's going to be a good game.
Well, they haven't lost in Athens since 2020, right?
Georgia hadn't beat us in Georgia in a long time, man. Every time Georgia beat us, it's outside of the state of Georgia. So they hadn't beat us in Georgia or Alabama in a long time. So what make me think that they'll be able to get it done this year? If you were playing in Florida, probably would have won. But as long as they're playing in the state of Georgia, I'll take Alabama.
Yeah. So you think? So how do you see this thing playing out? Who you figuring? There's 4 teams that get into the playoff. I would suspect, right?
Out of the
Maybe
SEC.
not. Out of the SEC. Who do you think Who do you think the top 4 are?
Texas by default. I think Bama may get in there. Bama should get in there, but they should have no more than 2 losses. One against Georgia and probably one against Auburn at the end of the year. Depends on how that grade digger.
No Oklahoma, huh? Oklahoma ain't gonna do it.
Oklahoma gonna come to town, but it's a revenge game. So it depends on how John Mateer play. If they lose to Oklahoma, they're gonna crush Auburn.
Yeah.
It's just depending on how John Mateer playing. Like if John Mateer come in, he playing at a high level in Tuscaloosa. It's gonna be a really good game,
I think it's
regardless.
going to be a good game either way. And the thing is that I think that the reason that I feel like there's a chance, first off, I think Oklahoma feels like they have Bama's number a little bit. But I also think they got a bye week coming in. You guys are playing LSU the week before. So again, we got to see how this all plays out, but I think that game is definitely going to have a lot on the line. I think there's going to be a lot on the line.
SEC gave us a bye week for LSU. So
Yeah.
we'll play in Alabama. So
Right.
we'll be all right. And then they come back the next week. They don't have to travel to OU nowhere. They're playing at home. So they'll be energized to play that game. The game that's gonna sneak up on us is the Auburn game. You go all through the schedule and then you beat both of those tough teams. And then you turn around, get an off week, having a lower seed team, and then go to down Auburn. That's where the problem comes in. That they're gonna play their ass off in Tuscaloosa. I'm gonna tell you that now.
But they're in Auburn, right? It's in Auburn, right? This year?
It's in Auburn.
Yeah.
So they in LSU, they gonna ass off in Oklahoma at home, because if they get down, their fan base finally are gonna be very, very loud. They're gonna be loud. They're gonna be very obnoxious. The student session gonna be going stupid. So they're gonna have a lot of support to keep fighting that right there, right? They ain't gonna never. I don't think they're gonna give up anyway. But they'll keep fighting. They'll keep fighting. They'll keep trying to make plays. They should beat Oklahoma, even if it's by 3 point or it's by 15. They should beat Oklahoma. But Oklahoma gonna put the world on notice when they come into T-Town and play the fuck out of Alabama. They should have one loss at the most at that point. They lose to Bama and they make their way to the playoff by kicking for their ass. And they probably end up bumping into Georgia or LSU.
Well,
I
so
don't
you
know.
get LSU. Oklahoma has LSU the last week of the season. They got Mizzou the week after Alabama, or I guess it's after Alabama.
They'll beat Mizzou.
Oh, they're gonna beat Mizzou. Mizzou, they owe Mizzou one for sure. I think that if they lose every other game, they're gonna beat the shit out of Mizzou. But
I think,
yeah.
Like everybody talking about LSU as one of them top teams. That's why I say Texas by default. I think Bama should get there at 11-1, 10-2.
By default it's a little sketchy. Let me ask you this. Let me throw this little scenario at you here. You realize I think they're gonna. I don't see Texas winning at OSU, right? I think they're gonna struggle with that one. Maybe they do, but I have a hard time believing that they win in the shoot. Okay.
No, they ain't winning.
The week before the Red River, they're in the swamp.
Florida, I think they beat Florida, man. I think Texas beat Florida.
Though? In the swamp. Yeah. Okay. Well, even if they do, and I can see this, they're going to lose one of those two road games between Georgia and Florida for sure, right?
I don't think they're beating Georgia. See,
I don't think they're beating Georgia, but what I'm getting at is if you've already lost that Ohio State game, no matter if you win or lose that Florida game, Oklahoma has Kent State the week before, and they're in the swamp. That's advantage Oklahoma. So now you've got at minimum 2 losses after that one. You still got to go to Georgia. There's no default, bro. There's no default there.
They're gonna lose to Georgia, man. I'm telling you.
3 losses, then they're not getting in.
Texas is just like Georgia. Georgia can't beat Alabama. Texas can't beat Georgia. Until Texas beat Georgia 2 or 3 times in the next 5 years, Texas not beating Georgia. I'm just on. Texas couldn't beat Georgia with a bag-up quarterback, right? And they had a 5-star quarterback, Quinn Ewers. Well, he's supposed to have been a 5-star.
Yeah.
I know he ended up being.
I mean, they didn't play Arch in that game either. So it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. But when they played Arch in the first game that was in Austin, he did not look good against Georgia. He did not.
Georgia, right? And he's a 5-star, right? He a 5-star. Quinn Ewell was a 5-star, number one quarterback coming out of high school. Arch was the number one overall player coming out of high school. So, shit, if you got all these number one, why the hell you can't beat Georgia? You
Because they
can't.
don't beat teams that are equally matched with them in talent. That's why they don't. This is Texas. This is Texas. This is what they do.
They
And
beat Oklahoma and they was happy they beat Oklahoma.
yeah,
But
and
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma, this is the worst offense I've ever seen at OU, bro. Ever. It's not gonna be like that. And look, I've been saying Oklahoma's probably 9-3. That's where I'm at. I know a lot of people think a lot more. I'm gonna have to see it before I give them more. But I do think that I can see a path to everything that they're looking for. You know, if this defense is really what we're hearing it is.
yeah. If that defense stay healthy, that defense probably number one defense in the country. I'm telling you, man, I don't
And it's
see
deep, man. They're running 7 dudes on the interior of the D line. 7.
only team that stack like that, man, the Clemson. I'm telling you, like Clemson has the defense that's
Yeah.
ferocious,
Peter
man.
Woods and all those guys, and they got a bunch of dudes. Yeah, they got a bunch of dudes, man. Yeah, they're running those guys through too. They are.
Clemson gonna be tough. They're gonna be competing for number one, number two defense in the nation. Unless they put some of those weak ass schools up there that don't matter, man. Like you would have a damn Tulane ranked with number one defense in the country, and Tulane played no damn battle. They
Well,
play 6 times.
Tulane gets to play. Well, they get to. Aren't they playing? They're playing Ole Miss. They're
Yeah, but
playing Ole Miss early. They're going. If
that,
Ole Miss loses that game, it's trouble.
yeah, that'd be the only good team, man. But shit, they're gonna play 4 high school teams.
Yeah,
that zero average, man, gonna make the defense look real good. And that's what a lot of teams does, man. Like these teams schedule all these weak ass FCS schools so they can beat them bad and give her no points and no yardage. It helps their stats, man. So they're trying to keep those defenses up, make these defenses top defense player in the country want to come play for a good defense. But man, I don't know. If y'all win 9 games this year, shit, y'all might have number one recruit class next year. Because Oklahoma is a blue blood, and they gonna want to come play for Brentwood, especially on defense. If
Well, yeah,
y'all,
they just picked up Jake Cruel from IMG, and they just got the commitment from him, which it almost looked like he was going to go to Texas to us. It was kind of weird the way it went down, but when he was talking about it, he was like, "Man, it's just he loves the defense and he loves the coaches there." So, I mean, the one thing that Brent's going to do is play defense. If this offense and John Mateer is everything that he's built, then we'll see. I think you got a shot, and I think. Tell me what you think on this. I think that this is as wide open as I've seen it in college football. Man, they're used to. I mean, in the super team era, basically, Bama's stacking them deep, Georgia stacking them deep, Clemson stacking them deep, Ohio State stacking them deep. It was basically the only 4 teams that could have won an Natty.
yeah,
And now it's not like that. I think there's 9, 8, 9, 10 that might, if you look at the top 25, even from yesterday, we were looking at it last night. It was like, okay, I think Florida, theoretically, if Lagway's healthy and they look, and because their D line is legit, I think their D is legit at Florida. But I mean, you figure they're at 15 right now. I think this is where they're ranked in the AP or whatever. But I think that if Lagway's healthy, they're going to be legit. Now they keep dropping receivers though, so something's going on.
yeah. I
But
think they practicing too damn hard down there in Florida.
they might be, but that's the concern about Oklahoma is because Brent don't know how to take his foot off the gas.
Like they killing their damn receiver core down there, man. Damn. They're
Yeah,
proud of
man. You
that.
lost Dallas Wilson right away for the whole year. Oh, damn, dude. And that guy's the start. But Eugene's still around, I think. So I think they're going to be all right. And that dude's a badass too. I
Yeah,
think
and then they got this freshman kid, man. I forgot the kid name, but I've been watching the kid. I was hoping that somebody picked him up outside of the state of Florida, but nobody
Dallas
recruited.
Wilson is who you're talking about.
That freshman kid, he like 6'3". Forgot
Yeah.
the kid name, but he came from down South Florida, down there in one of those team. What's the name of that down? Miami Corners or St. Thomas Corners.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. Oh, you're talking about Grossi coming
Yeah,
in this class?
yeah,
Gross?
I
Yeah,
like
Oklahoma. We thought we had his ass too. That sucks.
I
Maybe
like
they
that.
flipped him though. I don't know.
He wasn't uber fast, but that kid got hands out of his world, man. I thought that he was gonna leave out of the state, but didn't nobody really recruit him hard out of the state of Florida.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's right, man. I think Florida, even though they losing people, if they get those freshmen, man, and those young guys experience and practice, they're gonna be tough, man, because they are coming out of the state of Florida. And
I
they
think they're good, man. I think that they're a lot better than people think they are. And I mean, they won their last 5 games. Now,
yeah,
how Ole Miss threw that shit away? That's exactly what it was. They just threw it away. Jackson Dart threw pick after pick right at the end of the game. That was the wildest thing I think sequence I've seen in a while. I was like, "What the hell is he doing?
I
And why isn't Lane pulling this dude out? What are you doing, bro?"
Lang was doing what he was doing necessary to try to get that Jackson start their down draft capital, but he looked terrible in that game and still ended up getting drafted in the first round. So, hey,
Yeah. I think they gave him some credit where I don't know if it was due, but yeah. Benji says we play better on the road, believe it or not. Think that is game 5 of the season for us too. So O-line should be jailed, injury permitting. Yeah, but that's the thing. New offensive line. That's the other thing. I'm telling you, I don't understand them being number 1 in everybody's polls, but I guess I don't have to understand it. But I feel like you got to hope that a lot of things go correctly for them. I'll give them this, that they may have the best defensive player in the country. If it isn't Caleb Downs, it's Ant
he
Hill.
went mute.
I did. Who did? You did, maybe. I'm good. Can you hear me? Can everybody else hear me?
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe you did. Let's see. You're muted. Oh, let's see. Benji, it's possible. I think Texas won in one of those weeks. That's a must hit for me already. What? What's a must hit? You do? Oh. What you got going on, Coach Karl? Can you hear me now? Come out and come back in. Here, I'm gonna send him a text. I'll bump off for a second. Let's see. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah, I can.
All right, cool. Now, anyway,
Yeah, man,
oh,
that thing.
you didn't finish
For some
telling me
reason,
who's your 4 teams going to the playoff then. If you've got Bama and you think Texas by default, but I'm telling you it ain't gonna be by default. But okay. Who else? Georgia?
I think I think Texas by default, and then I'm still leaning on the fence with Georgia because Georgia gonna have a really tough schedule too, man. So I'm leaning on the fence with Georgia. My 14 is Oklahoma. Like I really think Oklahoma gonna have a stellar year, and if we have more 9-3 team than we have 10-2 or less team, Oklahoma gonna get in. They'll
Okay.
put Oklahoma in. Texas end up 9-3. They're gonna put Oklahoma in over Texas because Oklahoma fans gonna travel. Texas fans didn't travel last year, so they'll end up putting Oklahoma in over Texas. I know everybody's saying Texas,
Would have to be
Georgia,
the winner
Alabama.
of the game, right? But see, the thing is they definitely have a tougher schedule, but they're gonna be head to head. So if they're both 9-3, one of them's gonna the loser has to
Yeah,
be the one out. That'd be
yeah.
and but I don't know. I don't know if 9-3 gets you in, man. I think it's a and especially as a 4th team. I don't really see that. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, with the way that playoffs shaped up last year, all those non-down
Yeah, but
Power
they're
Five,
doing their best to hate on right now. Everybody hates the SEC dog, and I think they're trying to get them.
everybody hate the SEC, but you can't really knock the SEC this year for the simple
Yeah.
fact, shit, all these damn teams in the SEC they playing against each other and they stack the conference so tough that hell, it can be down. The whole conference can be down 9-3. So, and they still gonna have to bring in SEC players. So, I mean, everybody's against the SEC. Everybody favor the Big Ten, but the Big
I
Ten
think
on
everybody favors everybody but the SEC. That's the problem. And the thing is, the crappy thing about it is that you're hearing all these stupid narratives about that, that's this grand conspiracy by ESPN and everything else. Shit, what are we talking about? The AP poll, they were bitching about ESPN for the AP poll. It's not ESPN. It's not even an ESPN poll.
ESPN is Disney. So I don't know what people could be talking about. Hell, Mickey Mouse is not cheating for the SEC. Come on now. Shit.
You didn't just say that. Come on.
Don't do jersey, man. So leave that SEC shit along with ESPN. ESPN ran by Disney, and Walt Disney don't cheat for money. Walt Disney want everybody damn money. Yeah, he ain't trying to just get SEC money, ACC, and Big Ten. He want the pack money. He want the damn.
I think if there is a big conspiracy, it's not just the SEC. It'd be the SEC and big. It's the brands.
It should be college.
That's everybody, because the brand names are what drive TV ratings. Period. End of story. You can be upset if you're a Big 12 program or an ACC program and you're not going to get it. And I think you have to give them access. I think you have to continue to give them access to the playoff. But because I don't think you can wipe out half of the country or more and from being able to be in your tournament. I don't like the idea of a two power leagues. I think it ends up being 3 because they're not. I don't think the SEC wants to get that big. I just don't see that they do. Right?
They need to have 4 power leagues, man. Kind of like the NFL.
I wish that was going to be how it was.
Yeah, 4 power leagues, and then you just put all your teams on the 4 brothers, and then you can just do it however they want to do it, man. You can just do it South, you can do it Midwest, you can do it East, and you can do it West.
Yeah.
And then just put everybody from those schools in their in those conferences, and then let it be. You can take Texas and put Texas out there on the west side, put Oklahoma in the Midwest with Ohio in them.
Yeah, I think that they're going to have to either pot it out pretty good and get really big, or they're going to have to. I still feel like if the Big 12 and the ACC should merge anyway, because first of all, they would alleviate so many travel problems that they got.
Yeah.
When you've got schools all the way on the East Coast and all the way on the West Coast, and then you've got the teams in the Southwest, and all the way going up to like Kansas and stuff. West Virginia is coming all the way over there, and now Cincinnati and all that stuff, and UCF, instead of just like that'd be smart to like merge it in with the ACC. Now you've got a lot of teams that are. It's still not going to be the same without Clemson and them guys, because Clemson and them are leaving. Florida State's leaving, but I don't know that. I think that Miami does not want them. They don't want to change conferences. They want to stay in the conference they're in, or maybe be in. I don't think they want to be in the SEC, but I think they want to stay in the South. They don't want to play in the cold.
Yeah,
I've heard that from more Miami fans. I've heard that from all these Miami. I don't want to be in the Big Ten and go play in that cold and shit. They don't want to leave Miami.
Miami don't want no heat, man. I'm just telling you, Miami don't want no smoke. In the 90s, 88 through the 90s, then up to the 2000 to 2003, Miami wanted that smoke. They don't want that smoke now. Miami want to stay in the ACC, man. Hell, Miami will go back to the Big East if they can. Them motherfuckers don't want no heat. I don't think
it's not the same as it was though before. You remember, because I remember Coach Bowden was like, they kept talking to him about being in the SEC, and he was like, "Why would I do that? I play in the Orange Bowl every year, every year. Why would I do that?"
They don't want.
It's not the same anymore. I still think that if they could do better to stay in the ACC, if you're Clemson and Florida State, even too, because you got a better shot at getting in the playoff at this point. If you can. The SEC, I mean, shit. I don't think there's any teams that are gonna just dominate and be in the playoff from here on out. I think it could be a revolving door, man. It could.
SEC is murder, man. They can take some of these teams in the SEC and ship them to the Big Ten and let them trade get some of them. Shit, SEC is murder row. You don't want to come here. Shit, no. If Clemson want to go anywhere, they go to the Big Ten because now you only have down 3 teams to compete with, right? You don't have to worry about competing with all the other teams. In the ACC, they only have 1 team to compete with. Clemson does, and that's themselves. So you stay in the ACC. Florida State gonna have to get out because you can't beat Clemson in the ACC. So you might well try to transfer out to go to the Big 12 or somewhere. You can probably dominate the Big 12, as long as Dion ain't out there. But I think I'm really thinking that shit. If Mike Norvell have a hard season this year, Dion will be in Florida State next year.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that he's a little more loyal than that, and they've been good to him at
Yeah.
CU.
Florida State is
Maybe, but I still don't think. I don't know, man. I think right now he's got a pretty good deal. I think I could see him going to Florida State, but I don't know that they're going to pay that dude $90 million to walk. I have a struggle believing that. At Florida State.
I'm telling you, they probably. You think about it. Kirby Smart had all those job offers. He didn't take none until Georgia came calling. When his alma mater came calling, he bolted. He got up and he was gone. Pew! And
I'm not sure that Florida State would hire him though either.
I think they will. You'll be crazy if you got a job open and you don't. Because what he brings to the table, all the recruits are gonna flock to Florida State at that point. Because now he in the Power 5. He had create a power program, a story program. He back at home. None of those Florida kids, those top tier Florida kids, leaving the state of Florida at that point. You got to have a whole lot of damn money to get them out of the state.
I hope the hell he don't then. Financially, and you know what? Seawalt, you're right. I think I was just fixing to bring this up too. Financially, he says Clemson should stay in the ACC at this point. They locked themselves into the top pot of money each year and don't have to equally split anymore. And you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. And here's the thing. They're about to have to tear up that contract anyway because they've already got it to where they can leave it. Anybody can leave. So if they don't figure this out and give them more money to stay, which it doesn't even help ESPN. It doesn't help ESPN to continue with that contract if you're not going to have anybody in the league that matters. If I'm ESPN, I don't want the Big Ten in Florida at all, period, in the story. I would not allow this. I would be like, look, we'll give you whatever the hell you want and stay there. And it helps them because if they go to the SEC, they're not going to be in the damn playoff all the time. In the ACC, you're going to be in the playoff 3 out of 4 years probably.
Yeah. You go to SEC, your ass in trouble. You might not make the playoff. With all
Very
those
often, you might make it some, but you're not going to do it every year.
I mean, they may, but they let old Clemson like Dabo keeps saying. So
they let old Clemson my ass. They've won. They've won. They've won as many as the entire damn Big Ten.
Big
has
Ten.
Won.
They got Big Ten has 2, right?
No, I guess they do have 3 because they won that first one. Urban won that first one at Ohio State.
2015 when they beat us.
Yeah, but you know, Dion has no bladder. His days are short. Oh, don't say stuff like that. What are you talking about? All right, so Oklahoma, and then who's your fourth? You had Bama, Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia. Okay. All right. So you're not believing in LSU at all. You think LSU's done?
I think
LSU can't get fired if they don't get to the damn playoff this year.
I honestly think LSU has a really good team, but I was seeing Garrett Nussmeier under pressure. That kid, he'll turn over the ball under pressure. He's not. I just don't have no faith in.
They give him a damn shot or whatever they gave him in the game against OU. They hurt him. He goes in the locker room. He comes out and he's Superman. Shit. I don't know what happened. They gave him a shot of something good. Something real good.
Something real.
I don't know, man. They're loaded up on offense, but I don't.
Yeah, they got everything, every piece
I'm
of.
not sure though what's going on the defense, man, and they're not going to put their best defensive player in the right spot. Even I don't understand it.
Yeah, Harold Perkins playing linebacker.
Harold Perkins playing linebacker. What the hell? He had like 12 sacks as a true freshman. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The number one pass rusher in the country as a true freshman. And that's what they do. Like they brought in the number one cornerback and put him at safety. So they're just not working everything right. The kid never even tried corner. They brought him in as a corner and then they put him at safety. They brought in a safety out of Baton Rouge and put him at corner because he was taller. I mean, damn. You're going to have to at least practice a kid at corner first before you put him at safety.
Yeah.
And out later that he wasn't a better safety as corner, but he came in as a corner. He playing safety. He gave up 5-6 down touchdowns. So why not just put him at corner?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't play deep. Take the space away from him and put him closer to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and that's why you want corners, because they can get in your hip pocket and they're not gonna let you get deep. You know what I mean? It's just kind of how it goes. Goldie says, referring to football programs and the current trajectory of college football as a whole, looking like it's headed towards 2 super conferences. But I don't think that that's the case. Here's the reason I think otherwise. Number one, you're going to have to go to a if you're going to do this where let's say you get rid of the group of 5 or whatever, because they probably should. They should have their own championship or anything. But what I'm saying is you can't get rid of more than like, I don't know, 50 teams out of it. You've got to go to close to 70. You've got to be around 70. So because if you cut out half the country or more, then nobody's going to give a shit. You kill the golden goose that way.
Yeah.
The truth is the SEC nor the Big Ten really want to get that big. The Big Ten keeps talking about stupid shit like about academics and the AAU stuff. So that means that there's only so many schools that they really want in their league. They don't even want Stanford in their league, really. So they're not going to get that much bigger. They go to 24 each. If you go to 24, and I think that's the max that you're going to see the SEC go to, would be 24. That's 8 more teams. I don't even know that they go there. So that means you got to have a third league that's going to make it up to get to 68, 72, whatever. You have to. And because not everybody's going to get into these 2 leagues. They've made it like this because they want it like this. They don't want everybody in their league. They don't. So I don't see it.
They should have 2 more power leagues, man, that got 16 teams in it. Everybody should have 16 teams. They have 4 power.
I think if they went to 3, if it was a power 3 and you had the ACC and the Big 12 were merged together, then you would have what you need, right? You could, and it would actually, I think it would help both conferences with their money problem too. Again, not as much crazy ass travel. You can regionalize it a little better. Now, if they do go to 2 power leagues, that means that they got to have 35 teams each, pretty much. Get to 70 or somewhere in that area, which means that if you do that, then that's okay too, because then it goes back to regionalize. You're going to pot it out. You're basically going to go back to having a Big 8 in the Southwest Conference and all that stuff that you used to have. But are they going to do that? I don't know. I don't see the SEC wanting to get rid of the SEC brand. I just don't see that happening.
No.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I think they'll do it as like the SEC, and they'll probably go back to the East and the West, SEC East, SEC West, but they'll still be on the SEC brand. Then you'll probably have the Big 10 North and Big 10 South, or the Big 10 East and the Big 10 West, and just it'll be 2 power conferences, but it'll have 4 different conferences inside of it. I think that's the only way you can do it, man, because it's gonna be more like NFL model then anyway, because
that'll definitely be the NFL model. That's exactly what it is.
You have a team from California.
You have conferences and divisions, is what you're saying.
Yeah, just different division inside of 2 power conferences. But
I think that's the way you would. And if you do that, then you can regionalize it and do 6 teams in each division or whatever it is. But you'd have a shit ton of them.
8,
I don't
10
know.
million.
I don't know that that's ideal though. In fact, I think it's not ideal. I think you're going to lose. I guess if you go back to the regional stuff, you make sure that you get but I think the main thing that if they do this, the main thing that they're doing, they've got to go back to you've got to get these damn rivalries going again. You cannot sacrifice rivalries.
No, you can't.
Schools will do it and screw themselves, but you as a governing body, whoever is going to be in charge of all this shit, that has to be your number one goal. Because that's why college football is so beloved, is because of the hate. The rivalries.
Yeah, and no cupcakes. Like, don't put no damn cupcakes on the schedule. You're gonna make 2 power conferences. Make sure they play against each other. No goddamn cupcakes.
Yeah.
You want to go outside and schedule somebody outside your conference to play, you're gonna have to come to the Big Ten. Whether you come get Michigan State, but you gotta come to the Big Ten. No more Ohio State playing against the Citadel. Like, that shit gotta go. That shit gotta be gone.
That's the same thing they say about the SEC though too. Quit playing cupcakes in November.
I mean, shit, you play the damn schedule so hard, you need a cupcake in November.
I'm not saying that I disagree with you. I'm just saying that that's the same thing they say. They're talking about having an 8-game SEC schedule like it's a thing when they don't play anybody in their damn conference. The Big Ten is
they got 9-game conference, right? With 3
it's trash, bro.
You got 3 teams in the conference. I mean, the bottom part of the 16 squads down in the Big Ten can't beat Vanderbilt, can't beat Kentucky. Here they can't go over in the SEC and probably.
Then you get Illinois and stuff beating, like, Illinois beating South Carolina wasn't a good look. A&M losing to SC wasn't a good look.
No, A&M should have beat SC. I don't know what the hell happened with that one, but on a regular basis, SC ain't coming to the SEC and beat nobody in that top 10. USC is not beating Ole Miss. I mean, damn, you beat Texas A&M. Okay, you shouldn't have beat Texas A&M, but you did. Yeah. Hell, I don't think they would have beat Kentucky. Kentucky would have played the shit out of their ass. That's just how. That's what I see.
I don't know, man. And like Mississippi State was so bad that I don't know, bro.
They would have beat somebody in that Big Ten.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you start talking about Northwestern. You start talking about Minnesota. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Indiana being in the damn playoff is wild to me, man. They didn't play nobody worth the shit. Nobody. And Penn State's number 2 right now. They're going to play 2 top 25 teams this season. 2.
Yeah, they hadn't been referencing Bob Knight. Like, you put damn Indiana in the playoff like Bob Knight, damn coach, man. Come on.
I'm with you there, bro. I think Kurt Signetti come in there talking shit at ACC media or at Big Ten Media Day, saying we're just doing the SEC thing. What are you talking about, bro? Why are you talking? Why was it him and Kurt Lashley that were running their mouths? Or Rhett Lashley, I mean Rhett.
You gotta understand this, Jason, right? SEC have a whole lot of representation when it comes down to college football playoff. Most of the representation come from the ACC and the Big Ten. So they're going to put their teams in. If they're going to argue for their teams and they're going to argue against SEC squads. So you got to be perfect in the SEC to make the playoff. They need the damn.
It's tough. I think that's why it surprised me when I think the Big 12 was the stupidest thing I've ever heard when they said that they'd rather do that 5-11 than the 4-4-2-2 thing. Because then the SEC was like, all right, cool. And it'll work. It's not good for the Big 12 at all. It's not good for the ACC at all. Because just look at the damn rankings right now. The benefit of the doubt is going to go in the direction of the Big Ten and the SEC. It's going to go there. So the rankings, it is what it is. I don't understand why you would even fight that. But, talking about if you give in and you get 2 less automatic bids than they do, then that makes the weakness thing. You putting your foot down on this one? This is the hill you want to die on. Okay. It's crazy to me. According to Dave Bartu, the SEC has the most injuries per play in college football, but adding a ninth conference game is intriguing. Listen, I think that I'll ask you, Coach Karl. If everything's equal and you know, let's just say would you want to have the ninth SEC game in the conference?
Oof.
Because
Man,
it does save those rivalries if you do that 6-3 model, right?
oof. Yeah, it'll say the rivalries, man. But damn, you talk about a extra damn SEC game, and you never know who that game gonna be against. Like, oof.
Yeah.
And that's just like saying Oklahoma then turn around and gotta play Georgia.
Listen, I mean, somebody got to lose those games.
Yeah, I know, right?
So that's 9 extra losses for your conference.
Yeah, so
And
like,
if you're not going to go off of actual strength of schedule, you don't have any kind of you know, some kind of some kind of deal in there, whatever you're going to
all
go
these
by. If you're not going to actually go by strength of schedule, then why would you? I understand why the SEC is saying kiss my ass. I'm not doing it. That's not what I'm saying. If all was equal though, and you would get that credit for, it's not just about losses, it's about who you play. Okay, then I could see doing, and I would rather see the 9-game schedule just because of the fact that then you can protect your rivalries and play everybody every 2 years. I love that.
I like the aspect myself, man, but the reason why people want them to play 9 games is because hell, they know somebody gonna lose out of that extra damn game. Somebody gonna play somebody tough, and they're gonna cause somebody down schedule to be fucked, and then SEC won't make the damn playoff.
Well,
And then
that's because if they're gonna go by just straight wins and losses, then you have to have equalized schedules, and that's not what they're talking about. They're not gonna equalize the
it
schedule.
froze again.
Oh, you
I
froze
gotta
again.
make sure I turn it down.
Oh, bro. Are you can't hear me now? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, man. Every time I see what the problem is, every time somebody try to call me, it kill my signal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they want SEC to knock each other out, pushing for that 9th game. Man, that's the Big Ten talking that shit.
But it's crazy though, too, because then in the same they're talking about that 9th game. But then you got Matt Rule getting rid of games. You know, he got rid of the Tennessee game that they were going to have. He refuses to play Oklahoma. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You know, it's like, bro, you can't have it both ways, bro. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you're gonna get your head beat in. You play against Tennessee, Oklahoma. Hell, they running from those type of games. Shit, I don't blame them. I
Yeah.
mean, shit, you want to win, man. You want to make a bowl game. Shit, you want to get recruits there. Shit, don't keep bringing in these goddamn schools that you know you can't beat. I
Right.
mean,
Well, but like what Benji's saying here, as fans, we want 9 games because no way Texas shouldn't be playing OU and Aggie every single season. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. You talk about if you don't go to it, and if you're the only way to protect it is you're just going to keep those protected rivals anyway, then you're only going to play those, just like it's been in the SEC. You were just talking about you hadn't played South Carolina since 2010. Are you shitting me? That's terrible. I hate that. But you have to protect these rivalries, though. You got to do it. And I don't want to see Texas and Aggie not play anymore. And Oklahoma and Texas are going to play, right? But if all of a sudden now Georgia, you're not going to play, or Alabama's not going to play Tennessee anymore, or they're not going to play, or Georgia's not going to play Auburn anymore. The oldest rivalry in the South isn't going to get played anymore.
they're not gonna get rid of those rivalry. In the SEC, they're not gonna get rid of
Well, then
those.
what? Florida? Florida and Georgia, which one's getting the axe? Because one of them's gonna have to if you're gonna play
In the
everybody.
SEC, man, those are money games. They're not getting rid of those money games for those schools. They might get rid of damn shit. They'll probably get rid of, like they got rid of Alabama, Mississippi State. They got rid of Alabama versus Arkansas. They'll get rid of those games that really don't impact the fan bases. It just help one fan base make a lot of money. That's the only game they're gonna get rid of. They'll not get rid of no rivalry. Even when Texas came over here, they could have got rid of Red River rivalry. No, SEC kept that. They
Oh,
kept
but
Texas
they
Tech.
weren't. They would have never have
They kept
gotten
the
Texas and Oklahoma without
Louisiana
that.
State and
Never happened.
Texas A&M games. So they keeping those damn rivalry, man, because that's what it's all about in football. We love a good rivalry, but I don't like the fact that when they got rid of the conference alignment, you got Alabama and Georgia with a home and home. We never played home and home. Either we go to Georgia 1 year, then 6, 7 years later, Georgia come to
Yeah.
us.
That
Now,
was hey,
they
that's what
going
you talked
back
about.
to back,
That Texas paid for
hoping
that
on
schedule.
Alabama and Georgia to make the
Texas
playoffs. So
paid for that schedule, big dog. Texas paid for that schedule, dog.
I know, right? Texas don't play Bama. Texas don't play nobody, man. Texas, man.
Just Georgia, pretty much.
It's just Georgia.
Arkansas and Aggie. I mean, them playing Aggie and Arkansas is actually pretty good for them because that's their biggest rivals traditionally. Aggie, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Those are their big boy rivals. It's always been like that. But and like I think that that's a good thing for college football that you've got those rivalries back for Texas. I think that I could care less about Mizzou, other than we don't want to lose to them like that. But like when you look at Oklahoma was going to be, they weren't going to have Oklahoma playing Texas A&M. They weren't going to do that. But I don't know. I think you lose the Clemson Carolina game if you go to 9. No. Oh, you might, yeah. Well, and that's the other part too, actually. See, Walt, that's actually pretty smart what you're talking about. That's the other thing. You've got other programs. I think Florida State may not continue going on. Same thing if you go to 9 because they're not going to do it.
No, Florida, man, that's a rivalry.
Florida State, I mean, that's a right. They probably won't allow the state won't allow that rivalry to go away.
Yeah.
But the problem is then that becomes unbalanced too if you go to 9 because and the ACC's at 8 for the same reason, right? Because they've got rivals in the SEC. That's the same reason they've never gone to 9. You know what I mean?
We need a Clemson Alabama rivalry because we played some really good games, man. Every time we play Clemson, that shit be really, really good. So they need to add that and get rid of
Clemson and Bama.
get rid of somebody, man. Like, don't
Yeah.
let Bama play against Vandy every damn year. Throw Clemson in the shit. I'd rather have Clemson than to have Georgia back to back. Like, damn, give me Clemson. You could have gave me Georgia last year and Clemson this year. Shit, you could have gave me Georgia last year, Ohio State this year. I would have took Ohio damn State, man, because hell, they got 2 of our players to transfer. I would have rather played them than go down Athens.
See, as a fan, I see that. I can see what you're saying. I thought it was stupid to do 2 years of it. I know they were trying to protect the rivalries and protect whatever Texas's good virtue or whatever the fuck it was, but I don't know, man. It hasn't been ideal. I don't think it's been ideal for sure.
And what Tiger Talk say, man, nah, Chris, they're not getting rid of Clemson in South Carolina. That's the battle of South Carolina. That rivalry never going anywhere. That's just like Alabama Auburn. That's a state battle. That one never going nowhere. Florida State, Florida, it never
I think
going.
that's what he's saying. I think you lose the Clemson Carolina game if you go to 9, is what he was saying. If you went to 9 games, would be
they're not going to lose that game.
But that means, see, that's the thing. You're gonna have to start cutting the cupcakes in, and I think you got to stop playing FCS teams, anyways. The only problem with that statement, though, is that FCS teams kind of need the money, those money games that they play. They need them to stay alive.
I mean, you can play FCS. You just got to play them in the beginning of the year, or play them at homecoming. Like, play FCS for homecoming.
Well, homecoming's in November, bro. That's what they don't like about it.
You can play them at homecoming or play them at the end of the year. Just don't play them. Just don't play 3 damn cupcake, man. 3 FCS teams in the season. Like, damn. You see Clemson have 3 FCS teams every damn year. 3. They don't go out and get 1, 2. They get 3. They gonna guarantee themselves 3 damn wins. When you Clemson, man, you can play any goddamn. Well, you could have called in Arizona State. You could have called Arizona from the Pac-12. You could have called Colorado and whooped up on Deion Sanders' ass. But, I mean, damn, stop going in there getting damn College of Charleston. I know they need that $3 million, but shit. If you gonna go get a LCS score into my $3 million game, just go buy your HBCU. Give that money to them. They need it more than any damn body. I mean, shit, you gonna bring somebody in and damn, you gonna give them $3-5 million to whoop on their ass. Go get an HBCU. Go get Jackson State down there, and they'll give you a little more fight than damn the Senegal will.
Yeah. Yeah, Clemson plays in-state FCS strictly to financially support them. No, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But could you, I don't know, how can you not just, I mean, you couldn't just play a better team and have a better gate and pay them anyway?
And still donate that $3 million to damn.
Donate.
You don't got to pay them. You can donate.
Especially now that everybody's making this kind of money. The money's only getting better every year.
Yeah, they can still donate that money now. You can play against Clemson can play against somebody else in the damn Pac-12 and still donate their $3 million every year because they're gonna make $3 million off tickets and gates and food. Donate their money still. No, they want to whoop up on somebody's ass. That's easy, man. I don't care what you saying, Tiger Talk. Y'all want an easy ass opponent. You can still you Clemson.
See, Walt, he's calling you out, man. He's calling you out.
Donate the damn money and play somebody else. You gonna go in there and play goddamn they'll call in up there and play with the Harvard, bring Harvard ass down here and beat them by 100 points when you can just donate Harvard down $1 million.
Harvard don't need donations, bro. What are we talking about? They don't need the donation. They do not need they don't even give scholarships out. No, that'll never happen. But I get what your point is. All right. We've been going for a good while now, man. I got to get out of here, but man, I appreciate you coming on, man. We got to get together again, man. You have to hop on with us again.
Yeah, man. As soon as I get home and get to my laptop where I can sit behind my desk, we can get at it.
Okay, man. No doubt.
Talking through this phone kind of hits. I don't have my headset. I don't have my phone. I can't cancellate none the echo inside the room. Every time somebody call or text me, it kill my signal. So I got to get behind that desk. I'll be home Thursday evening. So anytime after that, we can chop it up.
Well, I may do I'll probably be on Saturday night. So I do the night show on Saturday night late. So I don't know. I'll hit you up though. I'll let you know. For sure.
Okay.
We have to get together. I think I want to try to get together and do a projection show with a few creators. So we'll have to get everybody together.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Okay, bro. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you coming in. All right, man. Later. Coach Karl from On the Block with Coach Karl. I'll drop it's actually in the description now. Make sure you guys get over there, subscribe to his channel, check him out. He does a lot of content with these other guys. I mean, you got a pretty big group of Bama creators that he does a lot of work with Coach Sean and Brinsky Sharpshooter podcast and all those guys. So they do a lot of that stuff. You got the Piano Man. Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff lately these days. That's Ty's group of guys. So Ty Hayes from around the table. So, man, appreciate you coming on, bro. And I hope you do too, Blind Squirrel. Thanks for coming in, man. Check us out at any time. I see Bama with 5-0 record and 3 FCS cupcakes. There you go. Hey, listen, they all do it. It's I think there's some things that you could do better, but here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like that it's all bad because I think college there's some things that they're doing very well. I think that there's some things that you should probably change, but there has to be a standard on strength of schedule, no doubt. Until you do that, this is going to be bickering between the three conferences. And I don't know that that's a terrible thing. I don't know. I think the more hate that you bring into the sport, the funner it is to watch. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't really care that they don't like it. You know, if the Big Ten don't like what the SEC is doing and the Big 12 bitches about what the ACC is doing and they all bitch about what the SEC is doing, so be it. There's got to be the dark side in the light, I guess. Anyway, always good to talk to all you guys. Hey, I'll get a hold of you. Yeah, definitely. I do want to get with you on that. You got my phone number. Hit me up. Let me know whenever you're free. We'll definitely get together on that. I definitely got some questions for you. Want to hear about why everybody thinks Clemson's a national championship contender. So we got to get together. All right, Seawalt. All right, guys, everybody, thanks so much for coming in. Always good to have everybody in here, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. I haven't even checked likes, man, the whole time. So we've had, under 10%. Some of you hit that like button. You guys make sure you hit the likes. Come on, don't be a freeloader. Appreciate everybody coming in, though, and we will see you all on the next one. Are you tired of your game day gear looking like it's stuck in the offseason? Well, step up your fandom with Hall of Fame College Football's official Fanatics partner store. Whether you're a diehard Oklahoma Sooners fan like myself, bleeding crimson and cream, or you rep another one of the SEC's heavy hitters, Fanatics has you covered. Shop thousands of officially licensed hats, jerseys, sideline polos, and exclusive championship merch from the entire Power 4 and Group of 6 too. All shipped directly to your doorstep and fast. Want to gear up like your favorite coaches and players? Are you looking for that perfect tailgate tee or a statement piece for your man cave? Fanatics is your one-stop shop for authentic college football gear from everybody that plays the game. So do yourself and your team a favor. Click our link in the description or simply log on to hofmedia.us/fanatics. That's hofmedia.us/fanatics. And you can shop everything that you want for the best prices of the day right on our Fanatics partner page.
Take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up.